Alright, so this is going to be a scramble and solve of this 9x9 diametric hexahedron, which is a original design of mine. And I have no idea how long this is going to take. Similar to my 10x10 Fisher cube solve, I think it'll be split up into a lot of different video sections, but this first one will be the scramble and probably the first center solve. So I just want to say really quick that while this 9-layer one is the only one of that size I'll ever make, you can actually order some of these normal ones from me through the description there if you want to. And before I do the scramble and solve of this, I think actually I'm going to remove these really tall center caps just because sometimes they fall out and it'll be a little bit less annoying for me to have to deal with these falling out. I haven't glued these in yet. I might do that at some point, but for this solve I think I'll leave them out. And this won't affect the solve at all. It won't really be any different. So there we go. And I guess I'll just go into the scramble. I think it's best just to not really overthink this too much. There's not really anything I can do to make it easier, so it's just going to be extremely difficult, and that's pretty much it. So I think the alignment is just going to be ridiculously hard, and that's just part of it. So just kind of turn it in really big sections like this first. And of course, as you can already tell with this design, there's no way that you can table this at all during the solve. You have to hold it up in the air the whole time. Obviously, because of how crazy the shape is, it's not exactly flat. So you really have no help whatsoever with this solve. And just knowing where to hold it, because it's so sharp and spiny, is also one of the extreme challenges with just making every single turn. So I'll try to break apart this section here. Oh man, this is going to be a problem. This was probably a bad idea. But I kind of knew that going into it. What are you going to do? I had to at least solve this one time. Yeah, look at this. Like, look at this corner centerpiece there. How far that's been extended up. And all these extensions are completely 100% handmade, too. So this is all solid plastic sheeting. It just looks insane. So I have to be careful not to break any of these off. They should be okay, but I'm going to have to be careful, I think. Oh no. Here's a long line of orange I'll try to break apart. It's looking pretty scrambled already. Look at that. Okay, so it's basically scrambled already. I'll just do a little bit more here. See, like these pieces here, how much these are sticking out. I can't just grab that without being really careful. So, and this is definitely an experimental build. In the normal sizes, like 2x2, in the 2x2 through 5x5, it's actually a very doable solve, especially 3x3 and 4x4. I mean, that's pretty easy, but this is just way on the extreme side of things. Completely unrealistic, but if I built this thing, I have to solve it at least one time, right? So the only good thing I see so far is that because there's so many of these normal unmodified square pieces, I can use those just to visually kind of align each time. And of course that'll get easier as the solve progresses, especially once I have a couple of these complete flat faces solved. But until then, it's going to be pretty brutal, I think. So there's some orange bars there and stuff, but I mean, it's pretty close to being as scrambled as it can be. So I think that's pretty good. Let's take a quick look around it here. So yeah, this is pretty terrifying, to be honest. This is why I've been putting this off for so long, because I don't know when I released the first video of this, but it was a while ago already. And it's because I was not looking forward to this. But, you know, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to do this mostly all in one sitting. Maybe take a few breaks just to switch batteries and memory cards and stuff. The 10x10 Fisher took, what was that, pretty much like 5 hours exactly. So I'm not sure if this is going to be longer or shorter. The alignment, it's really hard to say right now whether the alignment will be worse or better than that one, because that was pretty difficult. But this does have taller extensions, but it also has more flat pieces, so it's kind of hard to say. It'll probably be about the same. So my guess now is, well, I guess 6 hours for the Fisher and it ended up being 5. So with this, I'm going to guess 5, and then we'll see how close I am. Not that that matters at all, but yeah. So I got to think about this, what order I want to do the centers in. Edges will be pretty easy, I think, because as soon as all the centers are done, the alignment should be a lot easier than it's going to be at the start of the solve. So I think I'll definitely start with one of the big, tall supercube centers, just to at least get one out of the way, so I have less alignment issues to deal with on the second center. So yeah, how about I think green and white. Green and white's a good one to start with. Not that it makes any difference, but okay, let me just check the time really quick. All right, so it's officially started. Let's find our first bar that goes all the way across. Of course, I've taken the center caps out, so that's the only part that's going to be a little bit different, just because I don't have a guide for that. But yeah, let's, and of course, this is not going to be too much of a tutorial at all. I realized in the 10x10 Fisher I'm explaining what's going on, but you can't see anything. I mean, you can't see what I'm doing, so maybe I'll talk less during this, because I mean, who cares? Like, no, it doesn't really matter. Also, I don't expect anyone to watch this. It's more just a documentation that it actually happened. So yeah, I'll just start with this green bar here. Well, the first piece I put in was incorrect, so off to a very excellent start. Okay, there we go. So we have those two in right there. That's all the progress I've made so far. So let's turn this way. I think this first center is going to be really slow until I kind of get the hang of what I'm doing here. Must be on the bottom. I think it's there. If I did a big L2, U2, no, yeah, L2. On this side, let's see. Man, where to grab this thing is really kind of a mystery. Okay, did that work? Okay, there. So I have 3 pieces in. That's it. Okay, so let's see. I guess I'll just continue across to the other one. So it's going to be white. Yeah, white on the other side. So this piece here, I think is actually incorrect. I think that's the mirror image of what I need. Nope, that's not it. What I'm seeing about alignment already is almost impossible to do U-turns. Just the way you have to hold this, it's really only easy to do L and R. So you kind of have to rotate it around every time. And actually, I'm going to cheat right now. I'm going to cheat and reference this one here. So I'm looking for this type of piece right there, the equivalent of that inner white center piece. So oh, and I think, you know what? Maybe this is not the right there's 2 different greens of that. Maybe I'm working on green and orange. Let's see. So if that's going I got to think about this. Another method I could use is to not do full bars and just build a little 1x3s across that way. I could do that. That's a little weird. Actually, what am I doing? I have the centerpieces right here. Yeah, off to kind of a rough start, but We'll see. Oh, yeah, so that's not even... Right, so this has got to be for the green and orange. Yep, that's why. It wasn't green and white. So, that's why I couldn't find the right piece, because this has to be orange. So this is the correct one. I'm just building this in a different direction than I thought it was, but that's okay. So I need this equivalent piece in orange. That's all I need. Okay. So now I just got to find that. Maybe that's right there. Yeah, that looks like it, but I'm going to check. I'm going to check just in case with that center cap. And where to go? Where's the side? Look at how crazy this side looks here. How long this is. So off to a very slow start, but you know, doesn't matter. Aha, okay, good. So that is correct, and I can continue the bar all the way across. Now find the other tall orange piece. Oh, there's a large orange bar there, but I doubt I'm gonna... Well, I could try to preserve that a little bit. Let's see. What am I looking for? Could be this one here. Let's bring that up. There we go. Not that you can see any of this, it doesn't it doesn't matter. But okay, so okay, so we have our first 1x7 bar. That took a long time. So let's build one next to it now. So I can see how this green belongs on that center. So it's not next to it, but I need to find the piece that is. Or maybe this one. Okay, so this piece is good. We can actually use that now. So let's see how I'm going to do this. Uh-oh. It's really hard to keep track of where I'm actually looking on this thing. Is that in focus? Okay. So I'm building down the third row from the right. So these pieces look correct. Okay, and then I'll try to find that counterclockwise inner wing piece, whatever you want to call that. I'm basically just doing R and L turns, like I said before. It's really hard to align it otherwise. Okay, and that was not the right piece. It's too tall. Okay. Let's take a look on the top. I don't see it up there. There's a lot of green. Oh yeah, it's probably down here. The turning is really smooth once you get it going, but it's just a lot of catchiness just because of how tall all these extensions are. So obviously a puzzle like this is not really designed to be solved, but or not designed to be able to solve easily, I should say. Okay, also that wasn't right. So where is that piece? Well, so far I think this is slower than the 10 by 10. Let's try again. Okay, I think that was right. So I've got this green bar right there. Now I think we're going to have a green and orange right here. That's the difficult thing about this design is the multicolored centers. You have to really be careful not to put the wrong colors in. So I think I'm looking at a green and orange symmetrical piece. Like this is actually in the right place for that. So actually this shouldn't be too hard to find. It's right here. No, that's the shorter one. It's not that. You know, actually I think it's this one right here. It's already close. So I can move that away. Let's see. Oh man, this is so difficult. It's not as heavy as the 10 by 10 Fisher. It's a little bit lighter because there's a lot of unmodified pieces, but still, I'd definitely say the alignment is harder on this one so far. Okay, so you can see that green and orange bar I have going there. So now I need one more orange to finish that off. Maybe it's right here. Yep. All right, so now I can move this into place. Hopefully that whole thing was not for nothing. Oh no. Alignment. Okay, so you can see what I've done there. The green and orange. I think I'll just work my way across and build to the edge of this piece here. So this piece is actually correct, so I can build down from that one if I want. I think we're about 30 minutes in so far, so this is, yeah, I think this is slower than the 10 by 10 so far. But I'm sure by the last two centers or something I'll be going a little bit more quickly, hopefully at least. So okay, so we have one more green before we get to the split colors here. It's gonna be fairly tall green. Maybe on the bottom. Could be that one. Let's see. Actually, you know what? I think it's right here. So we gotta separate. Okay. Okay, that was correct. Okay, so continuing down here, I need to find one more green that goes there. That's going to be a counterclockwise piece, I think, and a fairly tall one. Okay. Actually, I think I see it up here. I think it's this one. Let's see if I was right. And realign. Yep, I was correct. So now we have a split green-orange. That's really tall. That should be easy to find, hopefully. We also need that one, but it's the one that is just on the inside. It's this one here. So R2, or just R actually. Okay. And now a really tall orange to go on that very edge there. Oh, I think it's right there. Okay, so we have that bar. Now we can move that to the top. Okay, so now I can actually use this piece to continue this last bar and just move that down. And yeah, that's the only correct one in that row anyway. So this, does that? No, that does not go there, but let's find that green. Maybe it's that one. So bring this over. Yep. And third row. Oh, maybe these two? Possibly. Oops. Okay, yeah, that was right. Now a third row down, green. Okay, now second row. You can really see here how crazy tall these extensions are. This is a pretty wild puzzle. It makes it really difficult to align, but it does look really cool. So second row green. Maybe this is already in place here. Nope. There's going to be a lot of mirror image case mistakes in recognition because that's the opposite. So let's find the right one. Maybe this corner one is correct. Let's see. Yep, so just the second one now. Probably on the very bottom side. It's got to be. Yeah, so bring those two up. Hopefully that's in frame okay. I'll have to remember to keep checking the viewfinder more often. Okay, there we go. Bring that bar up. Okay, so a little over halfway done with the first center. It's pretty slow, but what do you expect with something like this? You're not speed solving this at all. So I think I'll look for an orange that goes right there. And is it possibly that one? Let's see. Yes. Okay, good. So let's find the piece that goes next to it there. So we're in the third row. Don't see it there. Possibly here. Let's do an R2. Yeah, see, it moves really smooth once you get it going without any catching. So, okay, that was correct. Now another one, at least one more orange before we split colors. Here, third, symmetrical, at least by where it goes. There will be a mirror image case, which this might be that, but we'll see. L2. R2. So I think this whole solve is going to be like 90% just L and R moves, just by how I'm just having to hold it like that. So kind of weird. So we need, I can always keep referencing this now. Looks like one more orange before we split to green and orange on that very central piece there. It could be that. Is that possible? Actually, I can just check by bringing that one up. Oh no, it's definitely not that one. Okay, we'll take a look around. Oh, almost dropped this thing there. That would have been bad. I'm going to try to do this whole solve without dropping it. That would be ideal. Okay, I think that was the right piece though. Yep, so now this is wrong, but we need a green and orange split piece there. And it's going to be, or do we? Is that? Let me actually check with the top. Yeah, it's a short green and orange split. Actually, it might be this one here. I think so. think that was correct. And now just green down the other side. Counterclockwise inner wing type of deal. So there's that one there, and find one in between. Okay, I think that was right. So now we can bring that to the top. See what we have. So we have 5 out of 7 right there. So nothing is in line here. I think I'll start with orange again. And this one is that correct? No. This is going to be a second row. Yeah, this stuff here is the exact opposite of speed solving. It's just very slow strategy. That's also not it. Although this one, you probably can't see that, but this piece right there is correct, so I can work off of that. So third one down, I can do that. Okay, now I'll find the top one that goes there. Actually, it might be on the top already. I think it's this one. Oops. Okay, what am I looking for? There we go. Yeah, except that was not it. That was not the right piece. Nope, that one's too tall. Let's find a shorter equivalent of that. Maybe this one. No, that's a mirror image case. Okay, try again. It's got to be on the bottom then, I think. Yeah, I think I see it there. The second row. Oh no. This alignment is crazy. I might have even found two in a row. Let's see this here. Yeah, I think I did. So let me just check with the top. And I think we're ready for a split green-orange. Yep. And a final green, counterclockwise. Oh no, clockwise, yeah. Okay. I think it's on the top. Uh-oh. I think that's ready to move up now. Okay. All right, almost done with the first center. This one's correct here, so we can build off that. Should be a little bit easier. Let's find that corner orange. Okay, now third row orange. I think that's too tall. There we go. Make sure this is in frame. Focus. Okay, middle orange. Let's find that one. There we go. Third on the bottom. Although I think found the second one. Yep. Might as well put the corner in too. I think that's up here. Bring that down. It's weird having to grab the puzzle and turn it for every single turn. It kind of throws you off what you're actually looking for, but it's really the only way you can actually turn this thing efficiently. So bring this down. Okay, one more piece. We need that third orange there. If you can see that. Not that it matters. Let's see if that's the right one. Try to align this better. No, I think that was, yeah, that's wrong. Okay, yeah, it's got to be taller than that. I think it's that one. Bring that over. Okay. Just realign this. So there's your first center right there. And I think the next one I'll move on to the flat center, which will be blue on the opposite side.